Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the DIY Remodel Show. Today we're in my studio and I want to go over what I carry every day in my tool bag. I am a licensed general contractor and I do a lot of remodeling and handyman type work. I do a lot of service calls and stuff of that nature. So what I carry isn't trade specific. I run into a lot of different scenarios and this is a fraction of the tools I might need on a daily basis, but it's only so there's only so much I can carry in my tool bag. So to start it off, this is a Tough Built tool tote. You know, I like this one. I've kind of bought some, you know, this is I think my third or fourth over the last 6 years. I had a couple different Huskies, and then I had a different Tough Built, and then I had this Tough Built, and you know they're all pretty good. You know, I can't really say I like this one more than some of the other ones. I just kind of find one that works. I use it till I blow it out and I get a new one. I don't really run a pack out system. I do have some Milwaukee pack out stuff, but the way I operate doesn't really make sense for me to throw anything on top of, like, you know, a rolling toolbox. So a lot of times I'm service based, so I'm grabbing this, I'm going in the house, and then I may need to go back and grab, you know, one or two power tools. And if I'm building something or framing something, I'll just throw my bags on and then grab what I need and go. So anyway, let's jump right into it. To start things off, impact gun. And I run a lot of Dewalt, some Milwaukee. I'm not really brand loyal, but I do carry a lot of Dewalt tools. Masking tape. Some Milwaukee cut level 3s. I like these a lot better than the cut level 1s, and not necessarily because they're safer. I like these because I feel like they contour to your hands better and you have more dexterity. Milwaukee tape measure. I know, Stanley FatMax is better. We got this Hyper Tough tool pouch / screw pouch. So what I do is I just throw a pack out box inside of it and some drywall screws. This works great when I'm hanging drywall. I don't need a bunch of stuff. This and a screw gun and my knife, tape, and then I have some spackle. This is Drydex. I call it the pink stuff. It works good. My one recommendation, if you use it, you want to mount it kind of high. It does shrink a little bit. It says it won't shrink or crack. It's gonna shrink and it's gonna crack. So mount it high and then you can sand it down later. Just a little piece of copper with a cap on it and a threaded adapter. I'll throw this into the dropper 90s for shower heads. That way when I'm testing to see if I have any leaks, I can apply pressure to the line, and this is just a temporary stop. Okay, over here I have some electrical tape and some Teflon tape. I have this keychain with attached drill bits. Stanley hammer. It's flat. I do a lot of finish work, or I'm in houses where I'm potentially hitting things I don't want to mar up. So if I'm not using a beater block, this has a nice smooth head to it, and it's small, compact, fits in my tool bag easily. Straight edge. A couple cat's paws. I carry 2. Don't know why. Probably because usually whoever I'm working with needs one. I got a combination square. It's pretty small. This works great for doing your reveals on door casings and window casings. This is a gasket puller for the screens on windows and sliding doors, screen porches. You use this to pull out the gasket when you're replacing the screen. I use it more for other stuff. I find it's a very useful tool just to have, so I use it. I just keep it on the bag because it's useful. A mini flat bar. I use this a lot doing flooring, or if I need to just lift the cabinet up a little bit and throw a shim under or something like that. Pencil. I have a double-ended crescent wrench, 1/2 inch, 9/16. Very common sizes you're going to run into. framing square, torpedo level. I use the torpedo level a lot when I'm plumbing. It's mainly for that. This is the Starrett angle finder. This I'm going to put a link in the description for. If you're running trim, get one of these. It's great. Your outside 90s are never 90s. Your inside 90s are never 90s. So grab yourself a miter finder and you'll be trimming like a pro. Drill bit extension. No explanation needed. I have a flat razor blade. Use it as a scraper, as well as a 5-in-1. It's my other scraper. I have a nail puller. These are FatMax angled needle nose pliers. These things come in handy a lot. The Milwaukee wire strippers. The Klein crimpers. I use these for crimping the grounds in electrical boxes, or if I need to run some like butt connectors on some small video wire or something like that. Some channel lock dikes. I know the Kleins are better. Got these. Some adjustable wrenches. Got different sizes. I like the smaller ones from when I'm doing plumbing. This tool, super handy. It's an angle for your drill so you can get into tight places. And one thing that's cool, you take your angler, I call it an angler. You take your angler, you put it on your extension, you can really get into some tight places with this. So definitely must have. Just a fishing knife. Drywall saw. I like using this a lot. I know it's not a power tool, but creates less dust than a power tool. Electrical tester. This is a Klein. You can just stick it right in the outlet like that. Test for 120, 240. Extra graphite pencil tips for my mechanical contractor pencil. A white Sharpie. You'd be surprised. This comes in handy a lot. Okay, so now inside the bag, drill bits, miscellaneous drill bits, countersinks, stuff like that, punch tools, all in here. Diablo paddle bits. I go through about one of these a year. Impact gun bits. I got some nut driver bits, like 1/4 inch, 5/16, 9/16, and then all your basic, your Phillips and your square bits and your Torx, everywhere from T10 to T like 35 or 40, I think, for some of those bigger timber techs. Drill bits. These are, I think these do metal. Yeah, these do metal and wood. So, and then those two, about a yearly replacement on those. Some sandpaper, always comes in handy. A carpet knife. So these are, the difference is the blade is rounded, so it doesn't get caught up in carpet. It cuts carpet a lot better than a straight knife. I got 3 different channel locks. The OGs, the Milwaukees here, but I've kind of phased those out for the Knipex. These work really well. The only benefit to this though is that I can adjust this one-handedly pretty easily, whereas these I still feel like I need 2 hands to press the button. Okay, we got our screwdrivers. I got a small flathead, another small flathead, bigger flathead, a couple Phillips. We got our nut drivers. Got our shears. I think these are considered the reds are right-handed. Or I think these are considered right. There might be left. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a metal guy. Chisel. Smaller chisel. Okay, Franklin stud finder. These things are great. I've had a few different styles of stud finder, and I find these work the best. Any of their line, they all work great. Plumb bob. I replaced the plumb bob with an actual string line. This string is a lot tougher. A voltmeter. Silicone. I carry a normal caulking gun on the truck, but having a little thing of silicone in your bag is handy. It saves me a trip out to the truck a lot, especially if I'm just doing like a sink drain or garbage disposal, or I just need a little bit. This is great to have. Just, you know, just screws right off, so that's good. Chalk line. I run black chalk in this. Unless you're snapping lines where you don't want to make a mess, I recommend black, especially for me. I'm colorblind, so running black is great. I can see it on almost everything. This guy here, little spendy, but this is the Leica Disto 2. This is it measures, it's a laser to measure distances. Doing takeoffs for flooring, for painting, that kind of thing. I can run through a house in a few minutes. It adds up the square footages for you. I'll throw a link for this one in the description as well. We're getting to the end here. So I got, this is just CA glue. Well, CA glue, Type-On CA glue and activator. You want to get those outside miters to hold and stay tight. You should glue them. And then some 2-part epoxy. Yeah, so that's pretty much everything. That's, you know, everything I carry daily and in my tool bag. And then I also, on my persons, you know, I carry a pencil, a knife, a different electrical tester, a multi-tool, a flashlight, and yeah, that's about it. You know, watch, cell phone. So yeah, this is my everyday carry as a general contractor. What I take in to 99% of my jobs, and a lot of the times this is all I need. Sometimes I have to go back and grab my multi-tool or my saw, but tool-wise, this pretty much gets me covered for the entire job. Now, if you guys see anything, I guess you should say, I mean, this works for me, so if you see something that you don't like, well, I'm sorry that you don't like it, but if there's something that you guys use that you would want to recommend to me, or something you think that I should be carrying every day that could take the place of something I have, then put something down in the comments and let me know. I am aware that some of these tools we could be doing a little better on as far as which brands, but you know, you just you get tools as you get them. They're expensive, and sometimes you just stick with stuff that works. You know, I'm fully aware there's better tools out there. So I try not to get too hung up on the brand. If I can use it and get the job done, then I consider it a good tool. And I think that about wraps it up. So thank you guys for watching, and hit that subscribe button. It means a lot to help my channel grow, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.